Hello, like-minded people. Welcome to my channel. I want you to feel at home, to feel comfortable here. Please remember to hit the like button when you come in. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment and tell a friend. And tell a friend to tell a friend. And please come back. You're always welcome. Thank you. Hello everybody, hello, and welcome back to Passionately Intrigued Arts if you've been here before, and if this is your first time, welcome in. Today I need to make a Christmas wreath with the Christmas bulbs. So I'm going to start out with this 14-inch wire wreath I got from the Dollar Tree, and then I have some, it's kind of like burlap wire 2-inch ribbon. I believe that's about 2 inches, maybe a little wider. Might be 3 inches, I don't know. Wide ribbon. And first thing I'm going to do is wrap this wire frame, because I think it might be, I hope it'll be a little easier to attach the bulbs. Before I've made them and I used the glue and attached to the wire frame. But I think I might get a little more stability attaching it to the cloth. So we're going to see. So we're just going to start out. And let me put a little glue. Let me do that to this first little piece. So I just overlapped it. Gotta put a little glue on the wire and attach it. Oh. And then I'm just going to start to wrap this around in an angle. Just offsetting it a little bit. Just overlapping right at the edge of the ribbon. I'm trying to spread it out evenly. Trying. So I'm going to stop, and in order for this to hold evenly, I'm going to place a little glue in some areas. Not all the way around, just a little bit. To hold it in place. And I certainly hope this is enough ribbon to go around. It is, how many? I don't know. Now this should tell you, right? 25 feet, so should be enough. And then, covering it with the ribbon, then it kind of makes sure that you don't see through the frame when you put the bulbs on. You won't see the frame. You'll see red if it's not totally filled in, if you have spaces and gaps. But hopefully I'm going to fill this full enough to where we don't have too many spaces and gaps. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more glue. Just like I wrap it every 3 or 4 times, and then I'll add the glue. Made it around, so I'm just going to cut this piece off. And actually I'm going to glue it right here at the top, because I don't even want the back. I don't even want that to show. A little bit anyway. So I'm going to cut it, I'm going to fold it down, and then I'm going to place glue across this ribbon. Put it up here, and then, so you don't burn your fingers, get a piece of cardboard or something to press it down. Now you can use a stick, popsicle stick, craft stick, whatever you want to call these things, to hold that down. Alright, so there's the first part. Now let me gather my bulbs. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue them on the outside of the wreath. This wreath is going to be red, silver, white, and black. So we're going to see how this works out. I have some textured silver bulbs and just shiny silver bulbs. And these are plastic. So let's start with the first one. I'm just going to lay it on the side and then put a little glue right here and lay it down flat. I've taken all the stems, all the hooks, or whatever you call these things. I've taken them all off of all of the bulbs. And so, yeah, that works pretty good. So then I'm just going to alternate. And what I'm trying to do, you know, most of these bulbs have a ring around them that you can see, you know, where they make them and put them together. I'm going to try and hide that and have it on the side, not that it shows up on top. So I'll continue around, just adding a little glue to hold these, and then I'll go back and secure by placing some glue in between these and turning it upside down and seeing how I can secure it even further. But I'm just going to go on a pattern. I'm going to go back and forth with the shiny one and the textured bulb. Lay them down side by side until I get all the way around. So I'll be back after I do that, so you don't have to sit here and watch me take the time to go all the way around. I'll just do a couple more. And you see how these bulbs are. I don't know if you can see that line right there, that plastic line. So I'm going to try and put it down like this so that that line doesn't show. So it's definitely going to take quite a bit of glue, quite a few glue sticks. And it takes a little time, but the results are beautiful. So I'll continue to go around, and I'll come back after I get this first circle of bulbs around. Got them all the way around. I used 21 of the 2-inch bulbs, and there was not quite enough room right here to put another one. Now maybe had I spaced them a couple of millimeters apart, I could have, you know, avoided this space. So I put a 1-inch little bulb right here. So this is either going to be the top of the wreath or the bottom of the wreath, since it's different. They're on there. The cloth helps to secure the glue to the wreath. The wire wreath, I find gluing, you have to use quite a bit of glue, and they do tend to pop off. So now I'll just go through and get up as much of the glue webs as I can, and then I'm going to flip it over and secure it more on the back. And what I'll be doing is taking some glue and going in between each one on the back of here to secure these. I just wanted to show you what I was doing before I went any further. So I put glue in between each bulb on the back side to secure those together like that, and then under this lip here I added glue to give it security. And I just want to show you the difference. So like, I'll flip it over. This side, you see it doesn't move. I haven't finished. So this opposite side, you can see how loose these are. They're staying on there, but I just want to secure them better by gluing them together on the back side for that security. So I'll continue on until I finish getting these secured, and then we'll come back and start another row. Okay, good people, we've time to start with the next row, and I've counted these little inserts here, and it's 22. So I want to do a filler for these, and so I'm going to use a smaller bulb to place in between each one of these bulbs. And I've selected red, and they're in 2 different sizes. Now, don't quote me on the sizes. I said these were 2 inches. I don't know. I haven't really measured them. This is a little over an inch. So these are a little over an inch, and I don't know. They're just 2 different size bulbs. And I'm going to alternate. So, and I've taken the hangers off of these as well. Whatever you call those things. And so, now you can get your bulbs and you know, place them how you want them, and then go back and glue. You know, and maybe that's what I'll do. Get some kind of little order going on, and then come back, and then I'll just pick individual ones up and glue them. Let me set these up how I want them, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got it set up like I think I want, and so I'll just lift up individual ones and glue one at a time, and hopefully that'll work and they won't all fall in here. And I just alternate it with the sizes, except for this little area here where I had to put this small bulb on this outer row. I have two small bulbs right there to fit in there. All right, let's do this. Doesn't matter where you start. I'm going to start closest to me. So I'm just going to, and like I'm going to make sure that these side ridges where this bulb connects, where they made it, it's placed like this sideways to try to hide that. So I'm just going to put some on the tip and a little on each side so that it will connect to this bulb and the ribbon. Oh, I dropped it. Like that. And I'm putting the tip down in between the other bulbs. So once you lay it down, you can kind of feel where it's going to touch. You can even put your glue on the ribbon and on each side of this bulb and just fit it in there. And continue around. Actually, I think it fits better if you put it on the bulb. If you put your glue on the bulb and then lay it down. Yes. That does better because this one is still loose. So I'm going to pull this up. Pull that glue off because it's not quite stuck. And put the glue on to the bulb and then lay it down. I need another glue stick. Another thing you can do is make sure you have it on this tip here underneath, because that's going to stick to the fabric. Make sure you have a substantial amount on that tip. Place it in between the two, touching the ribbon, and then, let's see if you can see this, and then on each side of the bulb, move it over a little bit, squirt a little bit of glue, push that down, and do the same thing on this side. Move it over a little bit, put a little glue in between, and then hold it down that way. It's up to you to get, the best security with the glue. But definitely making sure that you have it on this here tip to hold it down onto the ribbon. Let's put it in there, push it down towards the ribbon. And then I'm going to squirt a little bit of glue on each side of this bulb in between the bulb that it's touching. And another thing I want to make sure, I know you see this cardboard or whatever, it's protection, because you're using a lot of glue, it gets a little sloppy, and you want to protect your table. So I just have this, it's actually a cake box that I opened up and put on here to cover my table. So I'm squirting a lot of glue right there on the tip. Press it down onto the fabric and then squirt a little bit. I know my hand is in the way. I don't know if you can see that now. A little bit on each side of the bulb. And then just press down, hold it, let that glue dry. Maybe if I turn this wreath around, my hand is not in the way and you can actually see how I'm doing this. Let's see if I can do it like this. Alright, so this is the next one. Glue right here at the base of this tip. Okay? Good little dollop like that. Place it in between the two. Hold it down. Did I do this one? Where are we at? Oh, we're coming this way now. Okay. Then, on each side of that bulb, put a little glue. What am I doing? Okay, come around to the next one. Dollop of glue right there. Tip down, and in between these two, press down, put glue right here in between the two. Press those two together. Hold on to it for a little while. You know, using the glue is thick when you're putting it on like that, so you've got to hold it for a few seconds, 30 seconds or more, to make sure it dries while you're holding it together, so it secures together. Then move on to your next one. So I'll do another one, and then I'll carry on off camera and finish this row of bulbs up and see what we do next. Now sometimes there's a little space in between the bulbs and you're not going to be able to hold them together. So if that is the case, like right here, I don't know if you can see it or not, you probably can't, but there's not enough, it's too wide to hold these two together. So if that's the case, then you just take some of this glue and go underneath that bulb to secure it onto the ribbon. And more than likely, because I'm anal and OCD, I'll probably, once I glue all these, I'll probably go up underneath each one of these to make sure that it's secure. Okay, I'll be back after I get all the way around. So there's a second row of bulbs. I'm being careful to say bulbs and not balls. Bulbs. And so, to reiterate, you glue on the bottom of it. Let me just show you. You glue on the bottom of the tip, this little opening here, and then you put some here, set it down onto the fabric, onto the ribbon, and then you touch glue from bulb to bulb, from here to here, and here to here. You set your next bulb down, same manner, and then put your glue in between on each side. Then I also came around when I finished and glued underneath. Let me hold this up. Underneath each bulb, all the way around. So they're on there pretty securely, And the more bulbs you add, the more security you have. So let me figure out what I'm going to do next. I've got to incorporate black and white. So let me see what size bulbs I have to work with to do this inside, or however I'm going to proceed next. And I'll clean off. You clean off as much of the cobwebs, glue webs as you can as you go along. And in the end, you'll use your blow dryer, heat gun, or what have you to put a little heat to it to melt the other fibers of the glue so that you don't see them. Be back after I figure out what's next. So I've got some black and white bulbs that I need to incorporate. And these were the clear bulbs that you purchase at the craft stores, and you can, you know, put glitter in them or paint or whatever. So I didn't have any black bulbs, and so you can color whatever color you want. So I just used acrylic paint, squirted it in there, and shook it up, let it dry, upside down, drip out. Maybe I'll do a video on that. But I colored these black. It's got an iridescent outside, you know, coating. You can kind of see the iridescence. And I did some white ones. Let's see how this works. So I'm using the bigger bulbs, and I think I'm just going to put them on the inside like this. We're going to see how they fit. I don't know. I might have to go every other to fit them in here. Let's just do it. Okay, let's put this first one down somewhere. I'll put it in between these two and see what we got. So same kind of concept. Let's see. I don't have much ledge left, so you want to make sure you stick it on both sides to attach it to these two bulbs, and then down on the ribbon. So we're going to do the same thing. Whoa, put some right here. Hold it down on the wreath, onto the ribbon, and then put some right here between these two bulbs, and then right here between these two bulbs. And just hold it down to let it dry. And I'm pushing firmly onto the wreath and holding these two bulbs tight. Like I said, it takes just a little bit of time to dry, and I want to make sure that's secured before I move on to the next one. Okay, now let's see how, because these bulbs are bigger, they're not going to fit right next to each other, so I'm just going to, I'll have a gap here, but we'll be able to fill those in. I'm going to put it right here. Right like that. Now I put some glue between these two, but there's a gap here, so they're not going, glue is not going to fit in between here. It's going to drop down on the cloth. So this is where, when I'm done with this row, I come back around and secure it onto the bottom. I flip it over and secure it with more glue. It's only touching one bulb here. Okay, let's see how this next one is going to fit. This is, you know, it's kind of like trial and error. You just got to figure it out and see what fits in and what looks right. So I'll put this one here. And as you see as we go, we have these holes, but you'll fill those in with other bulbs for a top layer. And so you can actually put glue in between these bulbs as well. But I'm going to do that when I flip it over. These larger bulbs don't touch both of these bulbs. They only touch one. So I can't put it in between here because there's space and it won't hold. So let me move these so you can see what we have so far. Okay? So I'm going to go all the way around and I shall be back. I thought I'd stop and show you my progress. I didn't quite have enough black bulbs of this size to go all the way around here, and they're not going to fit properly anyway because of the size of the bulb. So I've added 2 whites, and I'm trying to be symmetrical. I have 5 of the black, 2 whites, and then these red ones. So I have this space left here, and only 2 of these are going to fit. As you see, there's a smaller space right here, and this size black is just not going to fit in there. So you just got to figure it out. I have all size bulbs, all types of bulbs. I collect these over the years. I haven't bought bulbs in years. I get them on clearance, on sale after the holiday seasons. At I have some from the Dollar Tree, Home Goods, Ollie's, the craft stores where they mark them down 50, 75%, 90%. So I have quite a few of them, but I've run out of colors, so I end up painting what I want. I have mostly red, silver, gold. Anywho, I'm babbling. So I need to figure this out. So I'm going to put these 2 black ones here, but I'm going to need a smaller one in the middle. And I'm just going to see, now this white, let's see, I'm going to put a few in the middle. I definitely want the black ones because I'm trying to incorporate black and I only have that amount there. So in this middle, that's too small. Let's see if this white one will fit. That one won't fit. Maybe I'll have to put something of this size. I don't know yet. Yeah, but I don't know if I want silver. Maybe I'll do a red. Maybe I'll do it like that. And then we'll continue. Okay, let me move these out of the way. So it's just, you know, it's give and take, it's trial and error. It's you just got to figure it out once you, depending on the size bulbs you use and when you get closer to gluing them together at the end of your circle. So on this inside circle, I kind of worked from side to side to try to, you know, do them evenly, symmetrically, since I ran out of these black bulbs. So then I'll do this one on this side. And then this way I can see what actually will fit in between these two. I'll see what can fit, which I don't know. Nope. Probably that red one, just to bring that circle together. Be nice if I had a small black one. And the only small black ones are odd shaped. I don't know how that's going to look there. No. What else do I have? Ah, I got a boot. Now, so I'm going to, I don't know. I'm going to put that red one right there. Then we'll figure out the rest. Okay, so now what you do, you want to build up. So, we have all these gaps, right? This takes quite a few bulbs. So I think I'm going to, I have these small ones here. And maybe I can go around and place these sporadically in between. We'll see. Because these holes here are bigger, so you're going to need bigger bulbs to go in between these. So I'll work on this outside first. Some way, somehow, and build this up. Okay, so I filled in the little holes, the little slots around here, around the outer edge. I have these glitter base fillers of all colors, and so I just used red and white and filled in along the outside here to fill those holes in. And so now what I need to do is fill in the larger holes, the larger spaces here. And I don't know, I have some black space fillers, but I need a little bit bigger. So I think I'm going to use maybe this size and you just randomly place them in where they fit. Just lay them down and see what they look like and fit them inside the slots here. See if they sit right. And then you just go back and glue them. I'm using the silver now to see where they fit. Do it like that, and maybe even use some of the red ones, but I was going to use the white bulbs, these, but they're just too large. I could use some of them, but I'm not. I'm going to use these smaller ones. So I'll go ahead and fill in the rest of these holes, and maybe I'll interchange with some red ones as well, just to fill in the spaces. Put them all in here, and then come back. I even have some that look like bulbs. I don't know if I'll use those or not now. And just come back and glue all this and see where we are from there. Like I said, it takes quite a bit. It takes time. You have to be patient with this process, but it is absolutely beautiful when you get done. So let me do that, see what I come up with, and come back at you. I have completed this wreath. I ended up using a lot of the glittered vase filler and just sporadically placed it in all the crevices, all the holes and cracks and whatever, instead of building it up with bigger bulbs. And then I also used the smaller bulbs to fill in these spaces as well. I think it turned out really, really pretty. I used all three colors of the glittered, what do you call them, base fillers so that I could add more black into here. The only thing I'm just not too satisfied with is just the arrangement of these black balls. But it looks okay. It looks okay. And then I pulled off as much of the, what do you call this stuff, these strings as I could. And I'm going to take my heat gun and go over this and melt whatever little small ones are in there. Then, you know, because I'm OCD, and the back I wanted to look nice as well. And I covered the glue around the edges here. So I used some, I had strips of t-shirt that I used. And I went around here so that you wouldn't see the glue that was on the edge of the bowl. And then I also went around the outside, and then I put this garland just to make it look neat. And then it being on your door, you know, it won't scratch. It won't scratch anything. So the only thing I have to do now is put a hanger on here. I don't know what I'm going to use yet. A ribbon, probably not this, something stronger, and attach it so that this can be hung up. But there you have it. Tell me what you think. Like I said, it's a process, and it takes a little time. You have to have patience, but the outcome is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. I think. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, if you will try this or not. I do have another one to make. I don't know if I'm going to take this route or not. We shall see. I got to see what I have left as far as bulbs, because it's going to be the same color sequence. Kind of, sort of, yes. Babbling. I'm babbling. Have a wonderful day. I appreciate you and your time. Peace and love, and we'll see you soon. I'm out. Toodles. I forgot something. There's one more tip I wanted to let you know that I figured out, that I experimented with. This lint roller gets that spider webs off, glue webs. And I just rolled it. Rolled it over it. Went all around it. And that helped get those off. Did the back as well. Look at there. Yes. So that is all. And I might put this in the middle. I'll set it in the middle so you'll see. I probably have to use some transparent string or wire to see what it looks like. Let me take this down so you can see. I think that'll be pretty. Not sure. I have other Christmas different things to put in here. I don't know if I want to put a ribbon on here. I don't know how I'm going to finalize it. But that is all. Deuces. Here you have it. It turned out absolutely beautiful. I am really in love with it. You know, I had to go the extra mile. I can't help myself sometimes. But I think it needed that final touch. Happy holidays, y'all. As always, I thank you for your time. I thank you for stopping by, and much appreciation for your support. Click the notification bell for intriguing content. Thank you.